Hey, it's Lou Bortone, and I wanted to share with you a new presentation called Cutting Edge Creation, Leveraging AI to Transform Your Video Marketing. This is a new deck or a new presentation that I recently gave live at the Agents of Change conference in Portland, Maine. And the content was really well received, and I got tremendous feedback on this presentation. So I thought I would share it with you. And what we're going to look at today in leveraging AI for video and podcast is how AI is reshaping video marketing. We're going to focus on three really cool AI tools: NotebookLM, Descript.com, and Pictory AI. But I'm also going to give you a couple of new tools and new resources that you may want to look at as well. In the meantime, we'll also look at use cases and real world benefits of these AI tools. So we'll jump right in. And you know who I am. I've been an online video marketing pro since the dawn of YouTube in 2005. In the last 18 months or so, I've had a really strong focus on AI and how to use it in content marketing, video editing, etc. And prior to that, way back when I was in the television business in Los Angeles for many years. But enough about me. Let's see where AI actually fits into this methodology that I use called the STAR method. This is my proprietary framework for developing a customized video marketing plan for my clients. Every time I get a new client, we go through this STAR marketing method. And it begins with strategy, then we go to tactics, AI, and repurpose. Those are the acronyms for STAR. Under strategy, obviously, we've got video goals. We do a video assessment. We help clients find their video sweet spot. Then we move into tactics, which is a customized video marketing plan and video content calendar. And what we're going to focus mostly on today is AI and automation and how we integrate that into our marketing, talking about AI editing primarily. And we'll also touch upon repurposing a little bit as well. On the bottom, what you can see here is when we work with clients, we usually have a 6-month or 1-year contract. And this represents the months down here. We start with foundational videos. Then we move on in months 3 and 4 to value videos. And then we also work on what we call relationship videos or video marketing outreach. So we create all these videos for our clients over the course of several months following the STAR method. Again, what we're going to focus on today is really hone in on this AI section of this methodology and looking at how AI and automation can increase our content production and also increase the quality of what we're sending out there. AI is here to stay. And Idea Rocket did a survey that showed that more than 80% of the people anticipate that they will use AI tools for video production purposes more than ever. And this number actually may have gone up since then, but this is specifically about video production. In 2024, businesses are most eager to use AI for content creation. 55% said that. And then as you look down the list a little bit, right there, 52% is video generation and then audio generation. And that's really what we focus on here. So when asked what the biggest benefits are of using generative AI in their marketing, 67% said it saves them time and allows them to create content faster. And back down at 49% is makes my content more personalized, and 48% says it gives me inspiration and ideas. We're going to touch upon all of that, but I want to put this in context because there's so much buzz and hype around AI. And we have to remember that AI, or artificial intelligence, is only intelligent if it actually saves you time and money, makes you more productive, and ultimately makes you more visible, credible, and profitable. So it's one thing to do AI, but it's another thing to do it properly and make sure it's saving you time and helping your business. We know that when we do AI video, it helps folks create videos better, faster, and easier. And the ability to create and distribute higher quality video more quickly means you can be proactive and stay top of mind with your prospects. We also know that more video ultimately means more visibility. So when you produce more and better video, it gives you a distinct competitive advantage and you start to get that I see you everywhere effect. It happened to me recently at a couple of conferences I was at. Like, oh, how do you do all that stuff that you do? I see you everywhere. I see you online all the time. That's because I'm creating videos and the videos are doing some of the work for me. And finally, we're going to focus today a little bit on repurposing, because repurposing your existing intellectual property, whether that's written content, podcasts, blog posts, all of that repurposing allows you to truly amplify your message. I also want to touch upon, before we get into the nitty gritty here, a little bit about video. And we know that brands using video marketing drive revenue 49% faster than non-video users. You probably don't need any other proof that video is important than that. But we also know that 90% of consumers say video helps them make buying decisions. Video also builds trust and loyalty faster and more reliably than any other kind of marketing. Video is more personal and engaging. It establishes a strong emotional connection. It makes you and your brand more relatable and more approachable. It also encourages interaction and social sharing. And AI can only enhance those efforts and really helps you build that trust and loyalty faster. Now, I know that may seem counterintuitive because we're talking about AI, but you'll see what I mean as we go through this presentation. Let's talk a little bit about cutting edge content creation and how AI video can help you. With AI video, you can turn a script into a video with just a few clicks, and we'll show you the software for that. You can take longer videos and turn them into shorter clips for social media. You can repurpose any written content or audio content that you have into new videos. And you can quickly add captions and transcribe videos. And that's really just scratching the surface. We're going to take a look now at some specific AI video tools that I use in my business every day, and a lot of my clients use as well, to make them more productive and ultimately increase their impact, influence, and income. I want to keep in mind, as we look at these tools, think about the use cases and how you can use them. You can use them to turn text into video. You can use them to turn podcasts into video or promo clips. You can repurpose and resize your videos so that you can use them across all kinds of platforms like LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts, or Instagram Reels. It's now easier than ever to repurpose and resize your videos so you can take advantage of all those platforms. And the three tools we're going to focus on most, which can really save you a ton of time and a ton of aggravation, are Descript.com, Pictory AI, and NotebookLM.Google, which is relatively new. Now, before we get into these three key tools, I told you I was going to also share some tools that I think deserve honorable mention, or as we say at Boston, if you use these, you are wicked smart. And they are Hedra.com, Oasis.com or theoasis.com, Capwing.com, and LumaLabs.ai. So let's take a quick look at these cool tools and what they can do for you. With Hedra, you can create videos from a single prompt. So you can try this for free. You can put in a prompt and create a video from it. For example,
today we're going to hear from Lou Bortone, the Godfather of video.
In this case, I just asked it to create a cartoon character style video of what a mobster might look at and introduce Lou Bortone. And from that one prompt, I got this video without any tweaking or anything else.
Today, we're going to hear from Lou Bortone, the Godfather of video.
Here's another one that I created with Hedra.com.
This is the most attractive audience I have ever seen.
I guess it looks a little like me, a little disheveled, and talking about this fantastic audience watching this presentation. Another tool that I like besides Hedra.com that I use constantly is Oasis at theoasis.com. What I like about this is you just speak or type your content into Oasis, either on your desktop or and Oasis will recreate and repurpose your material into a whole bunch of new kinds of content. Blog post, New York Times style articles, college essay, TED Talk, even song lyrics. So you simply talk into your phone or talk into your computer, and Oasis will give you all of this cool content. This is an app for the iPhone right now. And again, you can see it's a personal translator. You talk or type. Oasis rewrites it with AI in any format and any style, and then you can share it on your social platforms or use it for content creation again, when you put something into Oasis, even if it's just rambling, sometimes I'm in the car and I'm talking into the phone and giving you different ideas. Oasis will organize that material and give you Reddit posts, elevator pitches, pitch decks, investment memos, all kinds of cool outputs. And it starts at just $4 a month. So totally worth it. Really cool app. Saves me a ton of time and helps me create new ideas and new content. I also like capwing.com, which is really cool for video editing, creating videos, repurposing videos. This is a tool I use once in a while that is really more intuitive and a little bit easier than things like iMovie or Final Cut Pro. But I'm going to show you Descript.com, which is my number one go-to, in a moment. And last but not least, we have Dream Machine, which also can create video footage. So if I say, really, your only limit here is the imagination. If I say Lou riding his Vespa through Rome, I'll get something like this. So there's no audio there, and I'm not thrilled that it made me look 10 years older than I am, but considering it was just a simple prompt, Lou rides his Vespa in Rome, that's not too bad. And again, you can generate 5-second shots with realistic, smooth motion cinematography and drama. Make lifeless into lively, turn snapshots into stories. So if you need B-roll or footage that you can't find, you can create it right there on Luma Labs. And there I am, riding my Vespa through Rome. Okay, let's move on to the 3 key tools that we came here to talk about today that can cut your video or podcast creation time in half, if not more. Descript, Pictory, and NotebookLM. As we talk about these tools, I want you to think about use cases. How can you automate tedious tasks? How can you boost your productivity and quality? How can you make your video or podcast production more efficient and accessible? Again, you're going to see time and cost savings. You're going to see increased productivity, enhanced quality, and even personalization. The first tool I want to talk with it was the last one listed. It's the first one I want to talk about because it's really the newest and the one that's getting the most buzz. And that is NotebookLM at notebooklm.google, which obviously is a Google tool. Now they call it a research or an AI assistant. However, it's really much more than that. I think they're underselling it here on the website. Tiago Forte, author of Building a Second Brain, called it the best software ever created for leveraging AI in your creative work. Now that's a bold statement for a free tool, but let's take a quick look at how this works. NotebookLM gives you a personalized AI collaborator that helps you do your best thinking. After uploading your documents or videos or audio, NotebookLM becomes an instant expert in those sources so you can read, take notes, and collaborate with it to refine and organize your ideas. How this works is you can input resources or information into NotebookLM. You can input material from Google Drive, such as Google Docs or Google Slides. You can input an actual website URL or a YouTube video URL. You can input text or PDF or audio. And based on what you give to NotebookLM, they will give you back a very quick summary, frequently asked questions, table of contents, a briefing doc, a timeline, additional prompts, and the best part of all, an audio overview, which is really an AI podcast. I'll show you a sample of that in a moment. So this is a really cool new tool because you can get so much information and such good information in a short amount of time. You can put in up to 50 sources here. On the left, you see the sources. And on the right, you can see that they give you a quick summary, and then you have the option to create a table of contents or a study guide or a briefing doc. It'll also give you other questions or prompts to look further. And if you go down here to the lower right and click Notebook Guide, you'll get the best feature of all, which is the audio output. And we'll show you that in a moment. When you first go to NotebookLM, you'll see new notebook here. These are essentially like folders or projects. And I've got a bunch in there already. You just have to click on New Notebook and then upload your sources, which again can be Google Docs, Google Slides. It can be a website URL or a YouTube URL link. It can be copy and paste text here. So you upload your sources and NotebookLM gives you back a number of things. Again, you can see over here on the left, there are sources. That's where you upload your info. And In this particular example, what I did was I took a Medium article that I had written about Mario Puzo, the author of The Godfather, and I took the URL for this Medium article and plugged it into NotebookLM. And in short order, NotebookLM gave me a summary, suggested questions, some notes here that I created. And of course, if you go up here to the right, an audio overview, which you can now customize and give more direction and instruction to. So the audio overview is the really cool part because it's a 2-person, very realistic sounding podcast interview, essentially. And what I do with that is I take the audio interview, which is just audio, it's an MP3, and I download it by clicking the 3 little dots here. And then I take that audio and I bring it into Descript.com to turn it into a video. So rather than just having that cool audio, now I've got a video. And this is essentially just a visual that I created with thumbnails in Canva.com. So I create thumbnail, I import that back into Descript.com. I add a sound wave or waveform in Descript, and then I've got my video podcast that is ready to go. And it sounds like this.
Okay. So have you ever noticed how sometimes you're just glued to a show and bam, out of nowhere it hits you? There's some seriously insightful stuff hiding beneath the surface.
Like what?
Who would thought we'd be taking business advice from a mob boss and a media tycoon? Actually, that's why I'm totally pumped for this deep dive. We're diving into The Godfather and Succession to uncover some really timeless business wisdom. And our guide to this is Lou Bortone.
So that's a quick example of what I did with the audio from NotebookLM and added it to Descript and just created that slide to create a video podcast. Another way you can use this audio from NotebookLM is to create an audiogram in Descript. So I went back into Descript and found an audiogram template under my and created a different version using an audiogram video. So I went into my templates and my audiograms and I picked a pre-existing template here and dragged it over. So now instead of just a stationary slide, I've got the text moving, which can be really effective when you use it on LinkedIn or Facebook. And it sounds like this.
Ever feel like your marketing is just kind of out there in the ether?
Totally. Like shouting into a voice.
Exactly. But today we're diving into how to ditch that salesy vibe and actually build real connections with your audience and the secret sauce.
It's video, but not just any video.
We're going deep with the video godfather himself, Lou Bortone.
Oh, I like him. He's got such a knack for making the tech side of video approachable.
He really does. And his insights are crazy relevant right now because he's noticed this big shift in how we're all consuming content these days.
Yeah, it's all about screens now, right?
So there is, based on just putting in a URL, NotebookLM created that really cool sounding audio. And I took it one step further by putting it into Descript.com and creating the audiogram. So that's just a bit of what you can do with NotebookLM. And again, the whole idea behind this is what I call the Wheel of Fortune. It's to take your original content and put it on Facebook, put it on YouTube, do an audiogram for LinkedIn, use the content on your website, resize and repurpose it for Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts by creating a portrait size, and all of that you can do in the software that I'm going to share with you today. So let's move on to really what is the meat of this presentation and really is the best tool for content creation, which is Descript.com. You can find it at my affiliate link at loubortone.com/Descript. Now, this is the one that I use every day, and I am a 25-year veteran of using Final Cut Pro for video editing, all the way back to the Stone Age when I was at E! Entertainment Television. But I will tell you that as a 25-year Final Cut Pro user, Descript has dramatically increased my content quality and quantity. Again, you can see Descript here. The magic of Descript is that you are primarily editing a Word doc. When you bring in audio or video or even text into Descript, Descript is going to give you a transcript and you edit that transcript. Now, there's still a timeline down here, but most of the time it's hidden. So you're not really editing in a traditional timeline. You're editing the text, and any changes you make in the text are reflected in the video. Let's take a closer look. Again, with this tool, you can turn podcasts into videos or clips. I do it all the time. I use it to turn audio content and audio podcasts into visual content. I use it to resize and repurpose videos and podcasts so that I can take a traditional YouTube video and then turn it into an Instagram reel or a YouTube short or TikTok video. With this tool, you can also exponentially increase your content output, which means you can create more and better content faster and easier than you ever thought possible. Now, this is Final Cut Pro. So this is the old way of editing, the old way like 3 weeks ago. This is a video that I created. You can see there are several different layers. Final Cut Pro has a pretty steep learning curve here. And this is the way that I used to edit and most video editors used to edit. Now, when we go over to Descript, you can see it's a much simpler interface because you are primarily editing the text and not the timeline. The timeline's still there just for a sense of security, but you've got your scenes or your slides on the left here. You've got your text or transcript in the middle and your screen, what you're seeing on the right. And then on the far right, this is where they've moved all the tools and instructions, and we'll show you that in a moment. There are so many different ways you can use Descript.com. You can use it for video editing, for doing highlight reels and clips, for captioning your videos, for getting the transcription, for podcasting. They've even got something now called Rooms, which is like a better version of Zoom. And you can do screen recording, you can add AI voices. So there's really no limit to what you can do with the software. They've even got eye contact and green screen and multicam, and we'll talk a little bit about some of these features as well. So this is just a list of all the many kinds of videos you can create with Descript.com. So everything from YouTube Shorts to explainer videos, highlight reels, social media videos, Facebook videos, video collages, video clip maker, split screen video editor. As you can see, this one tool gives you tremendous power to create all kinds of videos. So all this you'll find in the Underlord on the right-hand side. With that, you can do voice cloning, voice changing, enhance your audio, speech to text, YouTube video summarizer, background changer, voiceover generator. This is truly a groundbreaking tool. And what you can see here on the right with Underlord is they have sound good, look good, repurpose, publish, and write. So these are all the different AI tools at your disposal. We're going to look at a couple of the key ones here, but all that's going to be on the right-hand side when you're on the Underlord tab. So my workflow and my process in Descript is I import my raw video or audio or text. You can also record directly into Descript like you would with Zoom or StreamYard. Then I use AI to add studio sound, which is the awesome sound enhancer. I remove the filler words and I shorten the word gaps. That's my initial edit. Then I do a full edit where I edit text to edit video. I add captions, graphics, effects, music, green screen, B-roll, all that stuff, all without ever leaving Descript. And finally, I can repurpose with AI and export that into different formats by using the duplicate to new composition command to copy and resize my traditional widescreen video to square and portrait videos. So you can very easily create different sizes and different versions of your video. What you'll see here in Underlord, usually the first thing I do with any video is I go to Underlord, and under the sound better, you've got your studio sound. So I toggle that on, and it immediately takes out all the background noise. If there are dogs barking, you won't hear them. If there's somebody mowing the lawn next door, you won't hear that. It really cleans up the audio and makes it sound much, much better. Another function that I use quite a bit is the green screen function, which is just a one-click green screen. You can see here, I don't have a green screen behind me. This is my real wall and shelves. And even without a green screen, when I hit that green screen button under effects here, it knocks out the background completely. It gives me a nice clean screen. And then I can go into footage or clips and find a photo background, a video background. I can upload my own background. So now the sky's the limit for what I want to put back here. I can go over to stock video and say, find me some shots of Vegas, for instance. So I search for Vegas. I get all kinds of footage or images. And in this case, I just put the Vegas sign behind me here too. But you can see that's a nice, clean green screen without the ghosting, without all the stuff you usually see on Zoom. Another really cool feature is the eye contact feature. Now, if you tend to look down at your screen and not at the camera, this can really correct a lot of those sins. And as you'll see here, if you put the eye contact function on, eyes back up towards the screen. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. And that's one click. I can also repurpose clips. I can ask Underlord to create clips here under repurpose. And then I just tell it how many clips I want and what the duration is. I can use a template, or I can just do it straight up here. So in this case, I said, make 10 clips that are 2 minutes long. I click submit and I've got my clips just like that. It will give you 10 new videos that are about 2 minutes long. For me, this works much better than Opus Clip, and it also eliminates the need for Opus Clip, which I find they don't always start and stop at the same place. With Descript, I have not had any problems using these clips that start and stop in logical places. Again, under the Publish tab, you can do titles for your videos, you can summarize, you can do show notes. One that I use all the time is the YouTube description. If I have a video in here and I click YouTube description, it's going to give me a really good description that I can literally copy and paste, including the timestamps or chapter markers, which YouTube loves. So I can just take this, copy it, and go right to YouTube with it. I can also add text to my videos, as you can see here. I can add titles. See, I put my lower third here, and you've got full control over the font, the size, the colors, etc. I can also put in media if I want to make my video a little bit more interesting and add stickers or graphics or emojis. I can do that under the media tab. And I can also replace my background, because within Descript, when you go to the footage tab or the media tab, you also have all kinds of cool animated backgrounds that you can use in your video. So I just click on this background and it replaces whatever's behind me here with a really slick, animated, cool background. All of this is within Descript, so you don't have to leave the platform. You don't have to go find stock footage. Everything's included in Descript. And AI is also integrated if you want to brainstorm or write a script or write an outline or rewrite what you already have. All of that's right here within Descript. So I can go to brainstorm and I can say, what are the best use cases for Pictory.ai? I know, now switching to Pictory AI here a little bit, but we're still within Descript. Click submit, and I've got my Pictory AI initial script, which I can then bring into Descript and work on from there. Now, Descript also includes Squadcast, which is a really great recording platform for recording interviews or summits or two-person podcasts or things like that. Actually, can have a lot more than 2 people on there. However, it sounds like Descript is going to be sunsetting Squadcast in favor of Descript Rooms, which, like I say, is essentially the same as Squadcast, but it's supposed to be easier and better quality. So we'll see once that comes out. All of this good stuff in Descript you can get for just $12 a month. If you are a power user like me, you might want to try the $24 a month plan, because it gives you access to a lot more footage, like unlimited access to the royalty-free stock library, music, AI voices, and all kinds of other cool stuff that we don't have time to cover here today. But check it out, loubortone.com/Descript. And I do have a deep dive Descript course if you're interested in that as well. Let me show you just a few more examples of how I use Descript. In this case, we'll show you an audiogram that I created. Hey, it's day 3 of the 31 flavors of the Neo challenge. I'm trying to do this challenge with you and do videos along with you, even though I'm a day or 2 behind. No worries. Do the best you can. Post what you can. Today's prompt is, who is your ideal client? My best clients are savvy small business owners who recognize the importance of marketing, especially marketing with video. And they usually have established businesses and they want to grow and expand with the visibility and credibility that video provides. I like to say my clients run the gamut from A to Z. They have astrologists to zoologists. Now, I want to show you a quick before and after. I'm going to show you a raw footage that I recorded in Zoom, imported into Descript, and you'll see the before and after versions here. Hey, it's Dave. Hey, it's Lou Bortone, and I want to give you a quick overview of Descript. And I want to show you a little bit of a before and after. So I can show you how I can take out the coughs and the ums and the ahs, which I say a lot. And also just want to show you how much better it sounds when I add studio sound and when I flip out the background, when I add text or graphics. I can, if I'm looking down here, you can't be totally looking away, but if you're looking off camera and you want to be looking on camera, you can do the eye contact function, which I'll show you. It's a little tough with glasses, but it still works. And just give you a quick before after view of some of the things you can do and how you can take a really rough off the cuff video like this with intentional mistakes in it. If I say shit and I don't want to say shit during the thing, I'll just take it out and then show you the after version right here. Okay, that was the before, and here is the after version when I edit it with Descript. Hey, it's Lou Bortone, and I want to give you a quick overview of Descript. And I want to share a little bit of a before and after. So I can show you how I can take out the coughs and the ums and the ahs, which I say a lot. And also just want to show you how much better it sounds when I add studio sound and when I flip out the background, when I add text, graphics. I can look down here. Can't be totally looking away, but if you're looking off camera and you want to be on camera, you can do eye contact function, which I'll show you. It's a little tough with glasses, but it still works. And just give you a quick before after view of some of the things you can do and how you can take a really rough off the cuff video like this, change all the mistakes in it, and then show you the active version right here. Not too shabby. And again, that's one click green screen, one click sound enhancement, very simple. Add music, all that good stuff. So now let's shift gears a bit and look at Pictory AI. I use Descript probably 80% of the time, but there are times when I want to create a video from scratch or create an off-camera or faceless video. And many times I'll use Pictory AI for that. You can find Pictory at loubortone.com/Pictory. And Pictory is another video creation platform that allows users to easily create animated videos by uploading images and adding text, music, and voiceovers. Pictory uses AI to transform images into full animated scenes. One of the cool things about Pictory is they have a tremendous choice of AI voices from 11 Labs, which I find actually better than Descript in terms of the AI voices. You can do script to video, article to video, edit video using text, or do visuals to video. So you can either start with your own footage or start with just text or audio and build a video almost from scratch using Pictory AI. So again, with the text to video, you turn your written content into new videos. Don't have to have any editing experience. You can use existing images or Pictory assets, which means you can upload your own materials, or you can use Pictory's extensive library of video, photo, or music. You could do script to video, which means you can create quality videos with 12 million video clips and images and 15,000 music tracks, all included within Pictory. You can also create video clips and turn longer videos into short clips or edit existing videos. This is a great tool for really creating videos almost from scratch because you can start with transcripts, audio files, or just about anything. When you first go into Pictory AI, you'll see, what do you want to create here? Do you want to do script to video, blog to video, edit videos using text, visuals to video, or coming soon, PowerPoint to video? So this is your Pictory dashboard here on the home screen. You can also see that you can create brand kits with your logos and colors, and you've also got project files. So one of the ways I use this is, let's say I've got a podcast. So I have a client who has an audio only podcast, but we want to create a video version of that podcast, and she doesn't necessarily want to be on camera. So we took her audio, put it into Pictory, added some footage, and this is what we get.
A leader's ability to influence is critical in so many areas of the business. One of those is decision making. Influential leaders can effectively sway decisions and outcomes in a way that benefits the team and the organization. Influence can drive performance. It drives it by inspiring and motivating teams. Leaders can elevate performance beyond the individual's capability by influencing them to see what's possible. Influence is critical in change management. It is key in navigating the complexity of change, ensuring buy-in from stakeholders, and guiding the team through transition with minimal resistance.
So you can see that I added the captions here, which they actually add automatically. You can customize those. I added the footage. Actually, AI added so what you can see in that case was I just took an audio file and put it into Pictory.ai. Pictory.ai put in the captions and it put in all the footage. I can change that footage for each scene if I don't like the specific footage that Pictory used. In addition, one of the great things about this software is the voiceover feature, because they are using voices from 11 Labs, which in my opinion is the best AI voice software around. So you have a huge choice of AI voices to use. So in this case, I put in a fun little parody script about a meditation, and I picked an ASMR sort of whispery female voice, soft voice to do the voiceover. And all I did was put in that script and I indicated which voice I want. And this is what Pictory gave me.
Welcome to the Let That Shit Go meditation. All right, sit your ass down or lie. What do you feel less comfortable? Begin with the basics. Close your eye or don't. Your mind will tell you what to do. Now take a deep breath in, blow it out your ass. Really feel that air going into your lungs, like you're actually doing something meaningful with your life right now. Breathe in strength, breathe out bullshit. Inhale deeply. Think of all the strength you have, if any. Now exhale. Imagine calling out all the bullshit like your ex's lame excuses or your boss's breath after lunch. Yeah, let all that nonsense just waft away. Finding your center. Try to find your center, whatever the hell that means. Is it in your chest, your head, or is it sitting on the couch with a pint of ice cream? Just focus on whatever part of you feels least likely to snap right now. End with some real talk. Slowly open your eyes and take it slow. Congratulate yourself. You've just did a good few minutes. Absolutely not. Feel proud because in a world full of chaos, you've managed to give yourself a well-deserved timeout. And remember, the world might be a dumpster fire, but at least you're a slightly more relaxed spectator now.
So obviously that's just a goofy little thing that I did with script, and I brought it into Pictory. Pictory did all the footage, did the nice captions. I had the music and the voiceover. So that was a video created pretty much from nothing but a short, funny little script. With Pictory.ai, you can start for $20 a month. You can find it at loubortone.com/Pictory. They do have higher versions. One's $39 a month, and that gives you a lot more recording time and access to more of their footage and resources. So that is Pictory. It's really cool for creating faceless videos or creating videos almost from scratch if you just have a script or copy or an audio. The idea with these tools is to be able to repurpose content that you already have. So if you create a video, you can add the video to your website or sales page. You can then go into Pictory or Descript and create a vertical version, a portrait resize for Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, which I think I forgot to mention that you can also do that in Pictory.ai. You can also create a square version in Pictory to add captions to it for LinkedIn and Facebook. As you saw, we can create audiograms, we can create short promo clips and sound bites. So really, you're taking one piece of content and turning it into a video and then repurposing that video across several different platforms. One of the things I want to do before we wrap up here is just share a little bit about video, and that is that businesses who create and share videos consistently, at least weekly, see the best results. So it's great to have all these tools, but if you're not using them to create content, then, what's the point? In addition, the power of repurposing is really incredible. By repurposing existing content into videos, you can get the I see you everywhere effect. And the other good news is that even simple edits like adding captions can significantly enhance your brand and increase your leads and conversions. If you do nothing else but add captions to your video, that can increase the watch time by 80%. A lot of people are watching videos with the sound off, especially on LinkedIn and Facebook. So if you have any questions about this presentation, about Descript, about Pictory, about NotebookLM, you can visit loubortone.com or my YouTube channel for more resources, or you can email me directly at vip@loubortone.com. By the way, I have a free 80-page guide to all kinds of AI tools, software, and resources. You can download that PDF for free at loubortone.com/AI guide. So all the tools we talked about today, plus a whole bunch of others, are inside this AI video guide at loubortone.com/AI guide for free. Thanks so much for watching. If you need anything at all, please feel free to reach out to me. And don't forget to download your AI guide at loubortone.com/AI guide. Thanks and bye for now.